Sydney Sweeney could find herself on the wrong side of the law tonight. Promotional stunt for her new lingerie brand involved a Hollywood sign, and according to the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce,
Sydney Sweeney just turned the Hollywood sign into a headline, and now the people who own it aren't laughing.
Oh, that was amazing.
An unauthorized stunt, a protected landmark, and an investigation quietly unfolding. Is this fearless branding or a line crossed too far? Stay tuned and subscribe to see what happens next.
Mark, the Hollywood sign is just up the street here. It's not only a popular tourist draw, it has also been the star of numerous films and TV shows. But a recent bra-slinging shoot by actress Sydney Sweeney could have her facing charges.
Hollywood was asleep. The city lights were humming. And somewhere in the hills, Sydney Sweeney was just casually tossing bras over the Hollywood sign like it was laundry day at a sorority house. Video footage, first leaked by TMZ, then later posted in full by Sweeney herself, shows the 28-year-old actress and a full production crew climbing toward the iconic white letters under the cover of darkness. Black duffel bags, ropes, clotheslines, dozens of bras. The vibes? Less classic Hollywood and more Ocean's 11 lingerie edition. The stunt was reportedly designed to promote her new lingerie brand, Siren, which officially launched on January 27. Just hours earlier, on January 26, Sweeney had posted an Instagram video teasing the operation. In the clip, she laughs nervously, repeatedly saying things like, "I'm going to get caught at this rate," while crew members whisper directions and hand her bras one by one. The tone was playful, almost giddy, like they were pulling off something naughty, but harmless. Except the Hollywood sign is not harmless territory. The letters stand 44 feet tall in a highly restricted area of the Hollywood Hills, surrounded by barbed wire fencing and monitored by 24/7 security cameras. This isn't a public park. It's one of the most protected landmarks in the country. And yet, the footage shows Sweeney's team crawling through fencing, hiking up steep hillsides, and using ropes to access the sign itself. The bras were strung across the letters like festive banners, eye-catching, cheeky, and instantly viral. Fans laughed. Comment sections exploded. Iconic, some wrote. Others weren't so amused. "This is literally vandalism," one Instagram commenter said. Another asked, "Isn't this illegal?" The internet, as always, split itself neatly in half. What looked like a bold marketing flex was quickly becoming something else entirely. Because while Sydney Sweeney was celebrating a brand launch, the people responsible for the Hollywood sign were doing something far less fun, checking their records.
By Sydney Sweeney could land the actress in the wrong side of the law.
The 28-year-old pulled a promotional stunt for what's believed to be her new lingerie brand, and it involves the Hollywood sign.
Enter the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, the official caretaker and intellectual property owner of the Hollywood sign. And according to them, this entire bra-slinging adventure, not approved, not licensed, not authorized in any way. In statements to multiple outlets, including Entertainment Tonight, TMZ, and Access Hollywood, the chamber made it clear no permission was ever granted for Sydney Sweeney or her production to access, climb, decorate, or use the sign for commercial promotion. Not before, not during, not after, nothing. The chamber emphasized that it owns the intellectual property rights to the image of the Hollywood sign. That means anyone planning to use it for commercial purposes, especially for brand promotion, must obtain a license directly from them. That step, according to the chamber, never happened. Their exact wording was careful but ominous. They were still investigating how and under what authority, if any, the production accessed the site. Translation? They don't know how this happened, but they're not happy about it. The location itself makes the situation even more serious. The Hollywood sign isn't just iconic, it's heavily protected. Security cameras operate around the clock. Fencing is designed to prevent access. An unauthorized entry is taken seriously because of safety risks, potential damage, and past incidents. This isn't the first time someone has messed with the sign. On New Year's Day in 2017, an artist altered the sign to read Hollyweed by changing the O's into E's. That prank ended with a misdemeanor trespassing charge. The message was clear: touching the sign without permission has consequences. As of now, the chamber has not confirmed whether it plans to press charges against Sweeney or her crew, but the fact that an investigation is ongoing keeps the door wide open. And that's where things stop being cute and start feeling legally uncomfortable.
Well, TMZ is reporting that this stunt was meant to promote her brand new lingerie line that just dropped today, y'all.
Here's where the story gets messy and very Hollywood. According to TMZ, Sydney Sweeney's production may have had a permit from Film LA to film the Hollywood sign. But here's the catch. filming the sign and touching the sign are two very different things. TMZ reported that while a permit may have existed for filming in the area, the production did not have permission to climb, alter, or physically interact with the sign itself. In fact, the outlet obtained an email suggesting that Film LA staff had explicitly notified the production crew that additional approval from the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce was required to do anything involving the sign. That approval never came. So what does that mean? At best, it suggests a serious misunderstanding. At worst, it points to a production that knew the rules and chose chaos anyway. Either way, it puts Sydney Sweeney in an awkward spotlight, not just as an actress, but as a brand owner responsible for a high-risk marketing stunt. The Lapped, for its part, has said that as of the latest updates, no police report has been filed and no active investigation is underway. In a statement to Access Hollywood, police said there is no investigation, no crime was committed. That sounds reassuring, but it doesn't fully close the case. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce has made it clear that their review is ongoing, and until they decide whether trespassing or vandalism occurred, the situation remains unresolved. Meanwhile, Sydney Sweeney has stayed silent. No official statement, no apology, no clarification. Her social media shows the video, polished, cinematic, and unapologetic, but no acknowledgement of the controversy swirling around it. And that silence? It's loud. Because in Hollywood, when a stunt goes wrong, the fallout doesn't arrive all at once. It circles, it waits, and then it strikes when everyone thought the story was over.
Under the cover of darkness, Sydney Sweeney snuck up the iconic Hollywood sign, laced it with bras, and then posted it all over her Instagram account.
Now comes the quiet part of the scandal, the part where everyone lowers their voice and starts saying words like misdemeanor and liability. Because while no handcuffs have appeared yet, legal experts and Hollywood veterans alike know how these stories usually age. Slowly, then all at once. Possible issues on the table include trespassing and vandalism. Trespassing because the Hollywood sign sits on restricted land with fencing, cameras, and clear warnings. Vandalism because altering the appearance of the sign, even temporarily, can qualify if it was done without authorization. And the bras? While easily removable, they were still physically attached to a protected structure. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce has been careful not to rush judgment. They've repeatedly stated they are still investigating how the crew accessed the site and under what authority. That wording matters. It suggests they are gathering facts, not dropping the issue. The Lapped statement that no crime has been committed yet does not mean one won't be determined later. In previous cases involving the sign, charges were filed days or even weeks after the stunt once ownership and access issues were clarified. And then there's the intellectual property angle. The chamber owns the rights to the image of the sign. Using it to promote a commercial product without a license can trigger civil penalties even if criminal charges never materialize. That means fines, legal fees, and long, boring paperwork, the least glamorous sequel imaginable. For Sydney Sweeney, the risk isn't prison, it's precedent. Once you're labeled the celebrity who ignored the rules, future permits get harder, brand partnerships get twitchy, and every next move is watched twice as closely. Hollywood loves rebels, but only when they fill out the correct forms first. While lawyers whisper, the internet shouts. The reaction online has been chaotic, loud, and deeply divided, which is exactly where scandals thrive. Some fans praised Sweeney for bold, fearless marketing. They called it genius, iconic, she ate, as the comments lovingly screamed. Others were not impressed. Critics accused her of entitlement, arguing that no celebrity should be above the rules, especially when those rules exist to protect a public landmark. Comments like this is illegal, so rich people can do anything now? And imagine if a regular person tried this flooded her posts. There was also backlash from locals and preservation advocates who pointed out the safety risks involved. The Hollywood Hills are steep, unstable, and dangerous at night. Encouraging copycat behavior could lead to serious injuries, or worse. Adding fuel to the fire was the comparison to past pranks. The Hollyweed incident from 2017 ended in charges. So why? People asked. Should this be different just because the person involved is famous, beautiful, and selling lingerie? Sydney's silence only amplified the noise. No explanation means everyone gets to write their own version of the story. And in pop culture, the loudest version usually wins.
Sydney Sweeney busted for covering the Hollywood sign in bras.
No
know, like that is like a huge moment.
TMZ first shared video of the 28-year-old actress and her crew climbing the landmark at night to attach chains of bras to 44-foot-tall letters.
And finally, the irony. This stunt was meant to launch Siren, Sydney Sweeney's new lingerie brand, into the spotlight. Mission accomplished. But the spotlight came with heat. The brand launched on January 27, just hours after the controversy broke. Instead of focusing on designs, pricing, or quality, coverage centered almost entirely on the Hollywood sign drama. Headlines weren't about fashion. They were about fences, permits, and possible charges. For a brand built on confidence and allure, being associated with legal gray areas is risky. Investors and partners don't love uncertainty. Neither do retailers. A brand debut is supposed to feel aspirational, not like evidence in an investigation. That said, controversy does sell. Searches for Siren spiked. Social media engagement exploded. People who had never cared about Sydney Sweeney's business ventures suddenly knew the brand name by heart. Whether that attention converts into long-term success is the real question, because stunts fade, but reputations linger. So was this fearless marketing or a miscalculated flex? Sydney Sweeney turned bras into headlines and a landmark into a battleground, and now Hollywood is watching closely. One thing's certain, the sign is still standing, the bras are gone, and the consequences? Still loading.